We are filming the Steelers Talk mailbag post-game here after the Steelers lose 29-10 versus the Kansas City Chiefs. That's why I'm wearing the Santa hat and the sweater here still. This is going to go out later in the weekend here, or later in the week, probably the day after. But I'm going to answer your questions here. If you got questions, if you got comments, whatever, I'm going to be addressing them here post-game. It's not a good feeling here after losing and honestly getting dominated by yet another playoff team, this time at home with most of your starters completely healthy. It's not a good feeling at all. But make sure you click that subscribe button if you haven't already, because we got Steelers content like this every single day. First one coming in from CBG. So should they fire Teryl Austin? I wouldn't be opposed to it at this point. But honestly, guys, Teryl runs the same defense that Mike Tomlin has run since he's gotten here. All right, plain and simply. They play what they play. And it's been, a foundation that has been in the NFL since the early 2000s. It's the Tampa 2 kind of, cover 3 heavy style of defense. You play cover 3 on early downs to stop the run. You play Tampa 2 as a change up, and then you go to zone blitzes on third down, and you go to your pressure stuff on third downs. That's what the Steelers have done the entire time Mike Tomlin has played. So I don't even know if it's Teryl Austin's fault. I think he's an easy target. But honestly, if you want to blame somebody for the scheme, it's Mike Tomlin, because it's his defense, it's his game plan, and Austin is just executing that. So blame the players, blame Tomlin. And honestly, I think that Austin's going to be here as long as Tomlin is, and I really don't think he's going to be fired, at least not this season. T-Lightning 7572 says, should Russell be benched in your opinion? No, I don't think Russell should be benched. And the reason why is because, when I'm looking forward to the future of the playoffs here, I want the guy in there that has had the highest high on the offense this year. Who has gotten this offense to be the best it can be this year? That's Russell Wilson. And the numbers still clearly bear that out. When this offense was humming, when they had that 5-game winning streak and 4 games with Russell under center, and by the way, I think they won, 6 of 7 of Russ's first 7 starts here in Pittsburgh. Like, they were getting the pass game going, and the reason why I just don't think Justin provides more value than Russ does is because Russ can actually throw the ball down the field with touch and accuracy. Justin just doesn't really do that. Now Justin does bring some rushing ability, but it's not enough to make up for the passing stuff. I think that this offense was at its best when Russ was under center, and even though Russ hasn't played well these last 3 weeks, and I'm not going to sit up here and tell you he has, I still think he gives them the best shot. And I think that the Steelers are going to keep riding with Russell Wilson the rest of the way. So weigh in here. Should the Steelers bench Russell Wilson for Justin Fields? Give me a yes or a no down there in the comment section. For me personally, I don't think they should. I still think Russ is the better option. Just my opinion. But if you disagree with me, let me know down there in the comment section. For today's pinned comment, YouTube's going to throw you an ad break here in just a couple of seconds. And when that happens, take advantage of that time by answering today's pinned question with a yes or a no. Uriah Brobst says, I think the coaching is killing us. Clean house. Honestly, I disagree, Uriah. You can feel that way. I can understand why you say that. I really do, and I appreciate your perspective. The turnovers are just, killing this team in the fourth quarter. And, with the coaching and everything, I do think the coaching is very responsible for the bad starts to games. But, overall, this is a team that was projected to win 6 games this year. They've already overperformed expectations this year. Now, obviously, things need to be fixed if they're going to win a playoff game. But you can wish that Mike Tomlin is going to get fired all you want. Rooney's not going to fire him after overachieving essentially this season. So I think that Tomlin gets at least one more year. And whether you agree with that or not, I don't really think it's up for discussion. Then we got $10 here from June. Says, I understand Mike is defensive-minded coach, but at the same point during the offseason, he has to get some talent to this offense. Coaching-wise also, our defense can't do everything literally every game. And honestly, the defense, wasn't doing really much of anything today. They didn't cause a turnover. They gave up almost 30 points to a team that almost never scores 30 points. So the defense was not good. They were really bad in the red zone today as well, bad on third down. And, that comes down to execution. That comes down to, Kansas City doing a good job executing, and Steelers not doing a good job, not getting to Mahomes enough. The pass rush wasn't good enough today. But, yeah, man, I mean, you got to get more talent on the offense this year. Another receiver would be really nice. You got to get more beef on the offensive line. The injuries are starting to take a toll on that group as well. You got talent here, but you got to get more. You got to get more. Coming up here on Steelers Talk on this week's mailbag, more of your questions. Can't wait to get to them here in just a second. But first, let's have a word from our sponsor here at Prize Picks, which is the best place to get real money sports action from your phone all season long. With over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings, Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to all. You just pick more than or less than on at least 2 players for a shot to win up to 1,000 times your cash. Run your game all season long on Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app. Prize Picks puts their members first, so all withdrawals are fast, safe, and secure. When my picks hit, I can get my money in as quick as 15 minutes. Sign up today and get $50 instantly when you play just $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Join now because this holiday season, Prize Picks is giving away 2 free picks in December, and they're giving away $30+ million in rewards during Picksmas. It goes beyond just football, guys. It's basketball, baseball when it comes back, hockey right now, NASCAR when it gets back to. You guys can, here with the basketball one, it's pretty much a free play with Nikola Jokic. We took the points on him today. Luka Doncic. With the points, rebounds, and assists, we took the more on that, and then the less on Rudy Gobert's points. If you guys want to download the Prize Picks app today and use code CLNS to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. That's $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup when you download the Prize Picks app today. Prize Picks, run your game. Soapy Nugget coming in with a $5 super chat says, if there was a year to draft a wide receiver in the first, it's this year. I've been saying it since the offseason. It can't just be the Pickins show. And I agree. Soapy Nugget. And, we said it this past offseason. You need to get another receiver. And Mike Tomlin has teased and has mocked this fan base for wanting to get another receiver. And he keeps, every time that they make a catch, they're like, oh, keep watching. We love our guys. Maybe you'll start listening. Here's the thing. Calvin Austin III, I think, is a good third receiver. You don't have a bona fide number 2. And that obviously hurts this passing attack. Now, there's still not a valid excuse. The Steelers' offense should have been played better than it did today. Pickens, in particular, showed some really bad effort, kind of screwing Russell Wilson and the Steelers' offense multiple times today. But, yeah, man, Pickens has got to be better. This offense needs to get another receiver. All those things are true. Stephen Thompson here. What's up, Stephen? Says, what's the problem with the defense? The DBs look lost out there. Is it just that we are missing JPJ? It looks like the same old Steelers, one and done in the playoffs. Certainly starting to look like that, Steven. Do they miss Joey Porter Jr.? Yes. He's their enforcer on the outside. But listen, man, you got Deshaun Elliott back. You got Larry Ogunjobi back in this game. You got Dante Jackson back. I don't think that's a valid excuse for giving up 30 points today. And I'm not saying that you are. I'm saying that for just anybody. Like the Steelers defense, they didn't get a good enough pass rush today. They didn't do a good enough job getting to Mahomes. They didn't do a good enough job on the back end. Cam Sutton has been awful. I think you bench him for the rest of the season. Put Beanie Bishop Jr. in this slot for the rest of the season. He's been the better player. Then also, Corey Trice Jr., James Pierre, we're bad again today. It was another weak spot that Kansas City definitely exploited. So right now, it's a combination of things. The pass rush isn't winning enough. And on the back end, they're still not good enough with JPJ out. But this team just needs to play better, plain and simply. Let me know down there in the comments section, what's the concern level with the defense right now? Put it on a scale of 1 to 10. Right now, I'm at about a 7. I still believe in the talent in this room, in that group. You still got a great defensive front, got the best linebacker group that you've had in a long time. When Joey Porter Jr. is out there, I still think this secondary is pretty stout. Get Cam Sutton off the field as soon as possible, and then one of James Pierre or Corey Trice Jr. needs to step up here on the other side of Dante Jackson. So make sure you guys click that subscribe button if you haven't already. We're going to have nonstop Steelers videos all year long during the offseason when it eventually gets here, draft, free agency, trade rumors. We also have extensive coverage of injury updates. We have our live watch parties for every single Steelers game. So thank you guys for all of your support. Make sure you guys click that subscribe button. $5 here from Tony Perez says, do you think TJ Watt will ever win a Super Bowl? If not, should he be traded next year? Here's the thing, man. I think that the Steelers, they feel like they have a window of about 2 to 3, maybe 4 years where they still have Watt, Hayward, and Minka all on very playable contracts and variable and all these different things, and they're still here. I think they're going to try to win a Super Bowl during that time frame. I do think Watt will be here again next year. I don't think they trade him. He's a team, he's a big-time leader, and he's obviously the big-time playmaker on the defense. So he needs to play better down the stretch, too. That ankle injury is certainly affecting his play. You can tell when he's out there. But hopefully he gets more and more healthy, and hopefully he does win a Super Bowl before his career's over. He certainly deserves one. CJ All Day says, get Pickens the ball, protect Russ, limit turnovers equals easy win. Pickens has got to want the ball. That's part of it. Pickens gave up on routes that Russ was looking to him on at least 4 times in that football game, and it's not good enough from Pickens in terms of an effort perspective. He needs to be better, and he needs to give 100% effort on every play, all right? Every play. You got to protect Russ, too. Obviously, that's important, too. Russ has got to get rid of the football at times as well. And then limiting turnovers, very obvious. This team has not done a good job of that. Ever since the fourth quarter in Philly, this team has been giving up way more turnovers than before. You got to figure that out if you want to win a Super Bowl. Nothing says, would you fire Mike Tomlin or for Ben Johnson? I would. If Ben Johnson wanted to come here, I would certainly think about it. Ben Johnson is like a Kyle Shanahan level offensive hire to me. Same thing, Andy Reid. Ben Johnson might be even more hyped than those guys were when they were originally hired. So if Ben Johnson wanted to come here and I knew it was a for sure thing, I'd probably pull the trigger on that. But because it's not a sure thing, I do think Mike Tomlin will be back next year. Make sure you click that subscribe button. That'll be it for this week's mailbag, guys. Hope you guys had a very Merry Christmas. I will see you guys later. And until next time, here we go, Steelers.